A little girl stands at the checkout counter of a grocery store. Her thin arms trembling as she holds her baby sibling wrapped in an old, worn towel. In her other hand, she clutches a can of milk, as if it were her last hope. With a shaking yet respectful voice, she whispers, "I promise. I'll pay when I grow up." Shoppers stare. They shake their heads. They murmur cruel judgments. The cashier coldly refuses her. Just as the girl turns to walk away, heartbroken, defeated, a billionaire woman steps forward. What she does next makes the little girl burst into tears. Before we dive in, where are you watching from right now? Drop your city or country in the comments below, and smash that subscribe button on Storyversa for more heartwarming stories every single day. The fluorescent lights of the Westside Market buzzed like restless insects above aisle 7. It was 8 o'clock on a cold Tuesday evening in December. Emma Williams walked slowly through the grocery store, small arms wrapped tightly around her baby brother. Danny was 13 months old, bundled in a faded blue towel that was now thin and worn, barely keeping out the cold. His tiny fingers were red. His whimpers had grown quiet, not from contentment, but because he had already cried too much. Emma shifted his weight carefully as she passed the baby formula aisle, moving with the deliberate caution of a child forced to grow up far too fast. In her other hand, she clutched a gallon of whole milk, like it was made of solid gold. Her thin arms trembled from carrying both her brother and their only hope for tonight. She had walked over an hour in sneakers 2 sizes too large, held together with duct tape. Emma had learned how to make herself smaller when people looked at her, to take up less space, to apologize with her posture for simply existing. But tonight, she could not afford to be invisible. She needed help. And asking for help meant being seen. Have you ever had to rehearse courage, just to walk into a room? Emma did that, every single step of the way. At register 3 stood Patricia Gerald, mid-40s, practical ponytail, name tag peeling at the edges. She had worked there 7 years. She had heard every story, every excuse. She watched Emma approach, and her jaw tightened. "Excuse me, young lady." Her voice cut sharp. "This store is not a shelter. Where is your parent?" Emma stopped. Her heart hammered in her throat. Danny stirred, whimpering louder. She rocked him gently, the way Dad had taught her before the accident, before everything changed. "He is sick at home, ma'am," she said politely, even as fear crawled up her spine. "My brother needs milk, please, ma'am." "And how exactly are you planning to pay for that?" Emma had practiced this moment. But now, under the harsh lights, with Danny crying again, her voice came out small. She tried again. She straightened her spine, looked Patricia in the eye. "I promise I will pay you back, when I grow up, ma'am. I give you my word." For a long moment, the entire store seemed to hold its breath. Patricia's mouth fell open. Then her eyes narrowed. "Are you serious right now?" "Yes, ma'am." Emma's voice steadier now, filled with something deeper than desperation. "My daddy always taught me, a person is only as good as their word." Patricia's voice rose sharp. "This is a business, not a charity. No money means no milk. That is the end of it." Emma's face burned, but she kept her eyes on Patricia. Danny cried louder, trembling with hunger and cold. Other shoppers watched, some with pity, some carefully blank. How many of us would have been that bystander, watching but not moving? Be honest with yourself. "Please, ma'am." The word came out broken. "He is just a baby. He has not eaten since this morning." "Then where is your father?" Patricia snapped. This is exactly what is wrong with people these days. No accountability, no responsibility. Emma's eyes filled with tears, but she blinked them back. "I am sorry to have troubled you, ma'am." She turned to leave, heart shattering with each step. That was when a voice cut through the harsh fluorescent air, like a warm hand reaching through cold darkness. She asked politely. She gave her word. And she has not taken a single thing. Those are the facts. Everyone turned. Standing near the magazine rack, was a woman who clearly did not belong in this neighborhood. Tailored charcoal blazer, silver streaked hair, leather shoes that gleamed, a watch that probably cost more than most people earn in 3 months. But her eyes, when they met Emma's, held memory, not judgment, not pity. That one person stepped forward. Just one. That is all it ever takes. Have you ever been that one person, for somebody? If this story is already touching you, hit like right now, and stay with Storyversa to the end. Because what happens next changes everything.